The other day, me and my friends were looking at Google images of Will Smith as the fish from Shark Tale when we found this picture. As one does, we decided to click on it and it took us to this website. I used to be obsessed with custom designs like shirts and neon signs and little bags. A lot of it is funny to look at even if you don't buy anything, but we spent more time on the website and we noticed something kind of off. We started asking ourselves, how much of this is AI? I wonder how many shops are completely run by bots nowadays. And I'm not talking about websites where the whole gimmick is that it's automated. I'm talking about normal shops where people like Jeff Creation are advertising themselves as human run. But there's no way Jeff would lie to me. Jeff is just a small business owner. He's an artist, right? So browsing through, the first things we noticed were these text-only designs. These are so easy to automate because all they have to do is put whatever you searched up into a blank spot of a pre-generated sentence. We searched up weed because we thought it would show some funny or tacky results. I'm surprised nobody's bought the weed smoking and weed makes me happy throw pillow. It's only been available for 4.5 years. You know, every day I think more and more about dead internet theory. For those of you who don't know, it's the idea that most of the activity online nowadays is just bots interacting with each other, and that the internet died a few years ago. But I'll talk more about that later. Okay, enough of the text designs. Jeff also makes art. Jeff makes words on his keyboard to feed into an AI image generator. You might say, hey, he probably just uses AI for the text parts of his shop. Maybe his real passion is making these pictures. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Again, he's not evil or anything, he's my friend, right? Ask anyone. And the best way to see if a picture's AI is literally just to zoom in on it. Luckily for us, this website has a handy feature that zooms in with a high quality render of that portion of the image, making it painfully clear that no human made this. This design has 1 heart and 4 comments, so it looks like someone bought something from Jeff and all the comments are people giving him congrats on making a sale. I looked this up. These people are just other artists on the website too. It makes me think that there's this culture on websites like these where artists are constantly trying to trick people into buying their garbage. You can easily go anywhere to get a custom shirt where you can put your own stuff, anything on it. I'd rather get some art with the picture of Will Smith as Oscar from Shark Tale than any of this AI generated mush. These artists, if you can even call them that, don't write the funny quotes. They don't make the art themselves, and they don't own the stores that put their designs onto products. So what do they add? Let's learn more about Jeff. Jeff is here to add a splash of joy and a dash of inspiration to your everyday life. Okay, this is definitely written by AI. Let's take a look at his socials using this very, very old Instagram logo. I think they stopped using this logo like 8 years ago. And okay, it takes you to funnygifts.shop, which, by the way, I just want to point out that the first story on here is named Orgasms. So this clearly isn't Jeff's personal Instagram, which is a shame. I wanted to tell him how much his designs add a splash of joy and a dash of inspiration into my life. None of the other links take us to any of Jeff's socials, so let's do a Google search. When you Google Jeff Creation, what comes up is funnygifts.pixels.com, which seems like an offshoot of the website that we found him on. And here there's a ton of the same stuff, but it looks like it might be more right-wing focused. You're a great truck driver, really terrific. All the others are complete disasters, believe me, everyone agrees. I don't know who would want to wear that, but I'm assuming these are the type of people who buy a masks don't work funny protest gift anti-mask political quote made by Jeff Creation. I don't think Jeff came up with that quote. I'm also pretty sure he didn't invent that font. So what did he do, and how do I know that this isn't just slop made by AI to take my money? Okay, I have to apologize to funnygifs.pixels. They aren't complete right-wing grifters. See, look at this I love lesbians mug. You know, it seems like the closer I look at everything, the more obvious it gets. Wait a second, let me just take a little closer look at Jeff. These shadows are kind of weird. Is it just me, or does Jeff look like he might be a little AI generated? Not to burst your bubble, but Jeff isn't real. Jeff is just a part of a huge wave of AI that is gonna drown out of tons of people like you and me. What, you thought this video was gonna be about online shopping or something? Hell no. This video is about how the internet is fucking dead. In the year 2022, over 47% of all traffic on the internet was bots. Think about that. The AI craze was only beginning to become mainstream back then. I can only imagine what percentage of traffic is bots nowadays. Spotify is littered with AI music. On social media sites, we've seen it evolve past spam, and now it's people making thousands of bot accounts that are posting AI art and videos, trying to get any AdSense money on any website that they can. This is dangerous though, and I think it'll kill the one thing that people are trying to exploit. Let me explain. Before the partner program on YouTube, there wasn't a ton of ways to make money as a creative on the internet. It wasn't impossible, but everyone involved really did it for the love of the game. Put that into contrast nowadays, where people are so desperate to get some of that sweet, sweet internet clout. Tyler, the Creator, had a similar sentiment in music, that there's so many people trying to ride a wave and follow a formula with the sole intention of money bags, and it waters down the pool of actual artists and people who are entertaining. Tyler got some heat because some people misinterpreted him, saying that the more people who entered the scene, the more watered down it is, which is wrong. It's the more people who entered the scene and are strictly motivated by money. You know what's funny? When I was writing the script for this video, I thought I remembered a story about a guy who uploaded millions of YouTube videos using AI and just flooded the website, but when I tried to find the channel or evidence that I remembered correctly, I was greeted with tons of videos about how to make an AI channel and profit from people like Make Money Matt. Nobody cares nowadays, and you might think, how is this sustainable, right? Like, once most of the traffic on the internet is bots, won't this affect advertising numbers, causing advertisers to pay creators less money? And to that I'd say, look, if you're only in it for the money, you better listen up real quick. The amount of money an advertiser gives depends on a few different things. When talking about direct AdSense, for example, YouTube will take their cut off the top, and then you'll be given an amount of money per 1,000 views that you get. That means that advertisers think that they will gain more than what they give you in the long term. Marketing is indeed a gamble, but if they start to wise up and realize that not every view is made equal, then I fear the worst will happen. I fear one day a conversation in one of these big high up offices will happen. They'll find it to be a waste of money to advertise to a ghost town. It's gonna get harder to tell which views are legit and which aren't, lowering the inherent value for everyone. Plus, I haven't even talked about scam bots. With the constant increase in spam and AI scammers, even if you are extremely cautious, someone you know and love will get tricked. While editing, I literally just learned this. 1 in 4 people worldwide have either experienced a voice cloning scam or know someone who has. I just think that's wild. Wanna reply to a post? No comment section is safe. There's a high chance you're talking to a bot, and there's a 100% chance that bot is trying to steal your information. Even if it's just taking the messages you type and feeds it to whatever model it serves. Lost your job? Just go on Indeed, where you will absolutely get your information stolen, and it's really easy to get scammed by a bot. But that's the price to pay for getting a job, right? Are you someone who isn't white or white coded? Well, even if you are an AI enthusiast, there's no secret where these bots get their bias. A lot of voice bots are horrible at accents. I've heard so many channels on Twitch getting banned for the AI becoming racist. I think it's crazy too for people to spin it like the AI just became racist out of nowhere. Studies show that when it comes to nurture versus nature, racism is for sure nurture. And if you look at an AI like a little baby trying to understand the world for the first time, it's easy to put in perspective. The people who are nurturing these artificial intelligence have heavy bias. But here's why I think there's hope. AI trained on AI churns out gibberish garbage. So a lot of people are predicting a crash in AI. Here's my prediction. One of two things will happen. Number one, AI gets so big that the only thing that it has to train on is itself, and it completely implodes. This article talks about how AI training on itself causes irreparable damage on the model, as well as it talks about how we can stave off the collapse by preserving human text. Although this isn't looking good, seeing as the Internet Archive took an L recently, having to take down a bunch of banned and censored books from their virtual library. This now makes this Minecraft map the #1 place to find books that might be banned in your country. The second thing I think might happen is that once AI does become clean and seamless, people will revolt against the norm and create something flawed and rigid.
Imperfection and like shittiness will become the filter, where people will get sick of stuff that feels too clean.
So what's going to happen is you're going to need, like, the human beings who make interesting things are going to rise to the top.
Yeah,
I think.
I think so too. People are going to like
networks are
crave originality.
Yes,
It's going to be
but- okay,
almost like a nostalgic thing. Is like, you know, the creator next door kind of person. You know, like, oh, just like some dude guy in his
the creator
garage.
next-
You can't recreate humanity in AI. If there's one thing you take away from this video, don't let people like Jeff Creation fool you into thinking you're supporting small business. And to bring it full circle back to Will Smith and Shark Tale, you know what else came out the same year with Will Smith as the lead role? That's right, iRobot. That's pretty much it. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and more than anything, let me know in the comments if you're pro AI or not. I'd love to start a discussion with some of you. See ya.